Hey, Donald, how's it going? This is Jason here with Digital eSource. Just following up with you from our email conversation. I did get a chance to review your website and your project criteria, and I just want to pull that up real quick. This is all pretty standard stuff when it comes to building a website. We do use WordPress all the time, Cloudflare as our CDN, our content delivery network hosting platform. This is all easily accomplished within a month's time frame. So just wanted to let you know that up front. This project would be pretty standard for us to knock out. Um, I just wanted to go over a few things with your website. One of the reasons why I do these screencast videos is to give you, as a potential client, customer, value up front with what's going on with your website, some things that you may have realized or been aware of with your site, some improvements, things that I've noticed going through it and analyzing it with SEMrush. Um, so just right off the bat, I do love the video up front on your homepage. That's awesome. Video content is always, in Google's eyes, more dynamic and it ranks better in terms of visibility in Google's search, those page rankings. I do notice that you have other videos as well on the site. You've got a videos tab over here with links to different YouTube videos, which is awesome. I did also notice you've got some social pages set up, Instagram and Facebook. So all good stuff. I did notice you also had a blog, which is great for more SEO, for search engine optimization on your page, but the articles are a little outdated from 2024 as the latest one I saw from April. So not a whole lot of newer content in your blog. So that probably is hurting you more than it is helping you. And when I clicked on the testimonials tab, I did notice that this whole area here appears to be broken. So these look like they're supposed to be the reviews or testimonials from some of your customers, but there's just a lot of this blank space here. You can see it's going all the way down until the bottom here. So it's blank and there's two arrows. I'm not sure they don't do anything. So nothing. That's a pretty bad red flag on a site. You probably are well aware that reviews are very big to build credibility with your business and platform and everything. And when those testimonials, those reviews are broken and people can't read them, then it doesn't build that confidence for the user. Uh, Another thing I did notice when I went to look for where you guys are located in the contact us page, there was no information besides the fact that you guys do all your work in North America and you have distribution in the US and Canada. So that's great, but it doesn't build the kind of credibility, I think, what I've noticed with users that want to see more transparency with a business and they want to see where your location is. They want to see where those distribution centers are, if they're close to them or whatever. Just giving vague, generalized information. Oh, we're in North America. That's great. North America is a huge area. So it doesn't build the kind of credibility I think that you guys are going to be looking for. And then when I click on about you guys to find out more information, there's just this little paragraph here. Again, doesn't tell a whole lot about you guys except that you're part of some other larger company, AMVAC, CMB Incorporated. You've been around for 50 years, which is a while. So there should be more information about your company and business that people can look at and read to build that credibility, that confidence in your product. You do a good job of listing out. You can click on the buy now. There's the obviously the dialog box to buy your product now right up at the top of the homepage. You do list that stuff out. But I would look at the website, and it's to me it is a basic e-commerce website. Shopping cart right here. I did notice when I was Googling you guys, looked like you might have tried to sell on Amazon, but Amazon's an entirely different beast. They deal with a lot of volume. So depending on how much volume you guys do, that is a hard place on a platform to sell on. In Amazon, you got to have that product readily available to ship out possibly by the thousands and thousands every week, possibly every month. So all in all, and I also noticed at the bottom here, let's go to the contact page. Your website is a little outdated. And one of the telltale signs if somebody's keeping up on a website is this right here at the bottom. Whatever date your copyright is, last to me, this website looks the last time it was updated was 2022. So it is a few years old in terms of your content. So that's a quick overview of what I noticed right off the bat on your website, and I can see why you guys want to migrate or update your website. And honestly, my initial recommendation with your site is to go with a much more updated website. You can totally do that. We could migrate a lot of the stuff from your existing site, but just know I think you guys would want to optimize a lot of things on in terms of on-page SEO at more of a foundational level to get started for a better starting point for your website. Just some quick observations right off the bat. One of the reasons why I do these analysis, and I'm going to get into that right now. So I looked up you guys in SEMrush, did some quick analysis. So this is an overview of your site. We're going to jump right into this. So this is the SEO section right here. I'm not going to go into all of these metrics. That would take about half an hour if I went into everything that SEMrush is showing you. I'm going to try and keep this to 15 minutes or less. But the authority score is pretty low. So anything from a 0 to 9 is a low authority score, and that just means that in Google's eyes, it's not ranking very high. So a 10 to 20 would be like average score. Anything above a 20 is a good score. So that just builds more authority. Then we got your organic traffic here. So 293 estimated users based on a month time frame. Not the least amount I've seen, not the greatest amount I've seen. And we'll get into that when we look at some of your competitors here in a bit. We got 182 keywords, 104 referring domains, giving you your backlinks of 250. And just relatively low numbers from what I'm used to seeing on websites. A little deeper into your traffic. So this is where things get a little interesting. And I can tell right off the bat when people go to your website, you have visitors, and it's telling us right here. In the last 6 months, you've only had 161 visitors, unique visitors, and there's a 100% bounce rate, which is not good. That's a telltale sign when users are going to your website. It's the content is not engaging, it's not holding their attention, and so they literally click on your website and then they're gone, just like that. So there's a 100% bounce rate. If they spent any time on your site, it would show up right here in the average visit duration. So there's nothing really going on there. When we look a little deeper in the overview, so this is what that traffic 293 visitors a month looks like over the entire time that your website has been out there. It looks like you did have a paid advertising marketing campaign at some point here in 2019 to maybe early 2020, which did spike more traffic. But as you probably are aware, when you can turn on paid advertising, but the minute you turn it off, that traffic goes away. It doesn't build like organic SEO does over time. And it looks like you had some organic SEO going on. Let's take a little better look, the 2-year time frame here. So you did have some traffic spikes over here in 2024, but it's kind of leveling out here with your organic traffic. Branded traffic just means it's traffic that where people are actually searching for zero-G vacuums. Going directly to your page, and they know your brand, they know what your website name is, the brand, and they go directly to your site. They're not searching for general, oh, what's the best canister vacuum that I can buy, things. So those are very specific brand keywords. If we take a look at this is a little overview of your AI visibility. It is low. This is definitely, it's not the least that you can have, but you're not getting a whole lot of mentions, only 11 mentions, and things like ChatGPT and the AI overview, which, if you're aware, so I did a little search for best lightweight canister vacuum, and this is that AI overview. So, and here in just a sec, we're going to go through your top 3 competitors, Eureka, according to Google's AI, which is Eureka, Prolux, and Millet. So we're going to go into those in just a sec here. So continuing on, backlinks, and I don't know if you are aware of what backlinks are, but they're a key metric of SEO, website optimization. Your site doesn't rank anywhere unless it has backlinks connecting your site to other sites, connecting back and forth, which helps the optimization of your site and boosts the rankings of your website. So 215 backlinks is not a whole lot. Looking back over here, how backlinks really work and the authority that they give your site all depends on the authority score that those other referring domains have. So most of your links are coming from the 0 to 20 range of authority score sites, and they're not giving your site a lot of what I call link juice. So you've only got one that's in the top range there, the 81 to 100 range, which does by far more than you could imagine. Just one of those links than 87 of these lower links. Now, that's probably the only thing that's holding your website in any kind of ranking. And you guys are not showing up in the first page of Google if people are searching for canister vacuums or things like that. They have to search directly and specifically for zero G vacuums in order to find you guys on the first page of a Google search. So that's just a little bit about backlinks. And you can see here, these are your new and referring domain. What you're losing is in orange, what you're gaining is in blue here. So the reason why that happens is they do require maintenance so there's got to be some kind of upkeep on these backlinks in order for them to continue to grow and provide some value for your website. These are your keywords over here. And the thing to take away here, the highest volume, this is the amount of searches people per month that people are searching when they search for things like vacuum cleaners, vacuums, or best vacuum for carpet, zero G. If they type in zero G directly, there is quite a bit of people looking for zero G. Your highest traffic is actually when people literally type in zero space G vacuum. That's accounting for 208 users going to your site. But the volume is only about 260 there of people that are actually searching for that term. So just be aware of that. So we want to gain you position in, and the keywords are that more people are searching for online. And that's going to be these general terms, and the way we do that is we embed that into your site and part of the on-page SEO process. So we did a quick site audit. It is not the healthiest, but it is also not doing the worst that I've ever seen. 85% for your site health. Most the top 10% of websites are at a 92 or above. You do have some broken links. That's accounting for a lot of the errors over here. 27 issues with broken links, 21 issues with missing meta descriptions. I'm not really going to go into a lot of the detail, but just know these are easy fixes that we can and solutions that we can provide with a more updated site. So let's take a look at some of your competitors. This is Prolux over here. This is how Prolux measures up in SEMrush. So you can see quite a higher authority score of 19. So they are at the top end of the average, quite a bit more traffic, over 5,000 visitors a month, 3,500 organic keywords, about 2,500 backlinks. So right off the bat, quite a bit higher in all the metrics across the board. Not impossible to get you guys ranking like this against Prolux. Eureka. This is how Eureka's stacking up. These metrics are just going to continue to climb with these other much larger companies. Okay, this is them over here. As you can see, they're in the hundreds of thousands. They've been around for a while. They've been gaining their traffic. This is this curve, this kind of J curve that goes up over time. This is very indicative of a well executed SEO marketing campaign strategy. So that's one of the things that we can provide and do for you once we get a new site going and a more updated site that's optimized. So real quick, just further metrics, your keyword gap between you guys. This is you guys right there, that little blue circle, and these are your competitors and how the overlap of your keywords and the gap. So these are the only 4 shared keywords that you guys have with your other competitors. And these are the positions that you rank for in those keywords. Now I can tell you, if you're not in the top 7 positions, you're never going to be on the first page of a Google search. So you guys are sitting here, even 30 is not going to do it for you guys. Even 10 is not going to land you on that first page of a Google search. So we got to optimize those keywords where people are going to find you. And that's part of an SEO campaign strategy. Okay. So this is your backlink gap between you guys here and your competitors. And the main thing I notice here right off the bat is you guys are listed 0 times in all these referring domains. And these are what I call citations. They list your business name, address, phone number, all that information in these directory listings. So you look at the first page here, zeros all the way down the entire row. But you notice your competitors, they're listed in all these directories, well, most of them. And this is only the first page of 70 pages of citations because they have a lot of listings in these citation directories. This is just an overview of how you guys stack up compared to Prolux, Eureka, and LA. So you can see the metrics speak for themselves here. But I want to assure you guys that we can get you guys there. It just might take some time. So real quick, I just want to do a quick recap of what we talked about. And so we talked about some of the metrics involved in your site's analytics, SEO profile, your site's health audit, crawl pages, some errors. We compared your top 3 competitors to you, did an overview on your site, itself. So remember, this is only the tip of the iceberg of what I could show you. There's a lot of competition for vacuums such as yours, but I want to stress this: not impossible to beat out your competitors and to get you guys basically getting more customers, getting more traffic to your site, getting more leads, and that is going to translate into more customers buying your vacuum. So we're really good at this kind of marketing, optimizing websites. So this is something we can definitely help you guys with. Just in closing, I want to thank you for taking the time to watch this video. I know it was a little longer than I anticipated. Hopefully you watched the whole thing and got some good stuff out of this video. And just know I'm in the business to develop long-term relationships with my clients and help you succeed where others may have fallen short. So hopefully we can follow up, get a dialogue going. You can email me back right away if you want. After you see this, let's make something happen for your website. Thanks again. Take care.